Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Pater here with you today with a quick video. It's very cold, and what I'm talking about really applies for today. Very cold weather has come in. We're expecting snow and ice. And when the weather dips, or when it's extremely hot, this topic is certainly going to apply, but I try to apply it every day on our homestead. And that is the whole concept of having what I call barn checks. We get up every morning, we have somewhat of a schedule. I try to keep it a little bit fluid because we homeschool and we run errands and do different things like that. So I have to keep a little bit of flexibility in my schedule, but it doesn't matter. The same things have to happen first, and that is taking care of our farm. Before we shower, before we eat, before we do all of those things, we take care of our barn every single morning. Milk the cow, feed the goats, rotate animals, feed everybody fresh waters, fresh supplements, whatever we need to do, we make sure those are done first, okay? Now, after that, throughout the day, I have what I call barn checks. Simply, that is the whole concept of throwing on your clothes and going outside and making sure everybody is okay. Everybody has water still, everybody has feed, nobody's hung up on anything, nobody's chasing anybody, nobody's, horn is hung into something. There are a numerous amount of things that I could list, and things that you would never dream would ever happen, and suddenly you come out one afternoon and you find it. I have found the hard way that the less barn checks that I have, it just seems like Murphy's Law kicks in. It's like all of these things just happen. It's like I get punished because I'm not checking my animals. Now, I know that's sort of in jest when I say that, but my point is, the more you are willing to take a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, just to walk out there, check everything over, take your cup of coffee, do whatever, you will be amazed at how many times you will catch things and prevent them from happening if you're willing to do so. Now, I have recruited my children also. This is part of their learning curve, to come out and to walk with me, to learn what to look for, what not to look for, who should be where and why not. So now it's gotten to where my two older children can come out and simply do a barn check for me. If I'm folding laundry or preparing dinner or grading a school lesson or on the phone or something like that, I can say barn check. They know to get on their coat and their shoes or whatever. They come out here and they look to see what's going on. They know, time after time now. See, I just, as I'm filming this video, I just watched a hen jump into my utility stall. Actually, she's already in there. She jumped up into one of my pails that has my supplements in it, and she just knocked it over. I don't think anything has spilled, but the point is, as soon as I get done filming this video here in a moment, guess what I'm doing? I got to pick all that up. It's an endless situation where it's like running a preschool. You have to be willing to be participating in monitoring and watching, because it prevents so many things from happening, because the time that it takes for you to do a couple of barn checks is minimal compared to the time that it will take tonight for you to clean up all this stuff, or to fix this, or to help an injury, or just whatever. That's what I have learned the hard way. So I suggest that to you within your schedule. If you get your barn done, say all your chores and everything rocking and rolling by, 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe around 10:30 or so, take a mid-morning break, come outside, walk around and look. If you're going somewhere, check your barn. Make sure they have everything they need, or your coop. Make sure everybody's okay. Just look it over. I cannot stress the stress level overall that you will have will go so far down just by taking those little steps. For example, yesterday, we did the entire barn. Everybody was great. It was cold as the dickens, but everybody was just functioning great, as they should be. So we went inside, we started taking our showers, preparing to run errands, doing all of these things. The husband was home, came back outside. 2 hours later, maybe, I had a rooster in distress. Because of that, I was willing and able to swoop him up in time, take him inside, give him the treatment that he needed. And today, he's in my barn. He looks perfect. You'd never know there was a problem. I honestly think he was choking. Is actually what I think was going on, because I saw him at 9 o'clock. He was treading on a hen, you know, spreading the love around, doing just fine. And I actually even commented on it. And then, how are you? This is his brother, actually. But they're doing great. So I came out and you could hear him wheezing. Like, it was unbelievable. And I thought, what in the dickens is going on? There was no blood. He was not wet. So I do think the cold was getting to him. But I think that it's a possibility of, because of the choking and the lack of oxygen and respiration going on, his wattle was turning blue. So I brought him in. My first thought was, oh my gosh, I've got a respiratory issue. And then I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. He can't be having an upper respiratory infection situation this severe, this fast. No way. But I took him in, we checked him over, I made sure that I was able to help him here, clear him here, gave him a tincture, an herbal tincture, I put him in a cage in the house, let him rest. Within an hour, actually, you wouldn't have known there was anything going on. But I let him sit for a while, let him warm up, checked him over. Perfectly fine. Had we not checked the barn when we did, I will be willing to bet that within a half an hour or less, and that's really not what I think it was coming sooner than that, I may have had a chicken go into some type of cardiac distress. Okay, and I really think that was what we were going for in the time frame that we were looking at. Saved another chicken. No doubt in my mind. So my point being, check your barn, check your animals. I know most of you out there do a great job. You want to do a great job, but a lot of you also don't understand the time commitment that it comes into homesteading, because you're new at it, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, you need to know that that the more that you put into it in terms of care and prevention, the easier it's going to be on the other side. I didn't want to lose that rooster. I bought him. You know, it's a Lavender Orpington. He's beautiful. He's a good rooster. So I think we made that count. So I also come out when I do barn checks. We make sure that we have feeds, the feeds are good, the waters are good, the hay's thrown out, nothing's frozen. Well, things are getting frozen right now. I'm going to have to do some rotations. And I also check to collect all my eggs so that they don't freeze. So I'm going to show you some of the things around the barn. Yes, it's winter. Yes, it's cold. But this is what we do. We hope you like what you see here at Appalachia's Homestead. I hope this helps you out and kind of puts you in a mental schedule. I know a lot of folks work, but just make sure things are really set up really good before you leave. And the minute you hit the door, or maybe the minute your kids get home from school, maybe they get home before you, have them check things over for you. It really does count. If I'm not home, say I go somewhere and my husband comes home, we're on an automatic. He goes in, he changes his shoes, hangs his keys up, whatever, and he's doing a barn check. We have all learned the hard way that it really does count in the end. Hope this finds you well. It's like a preschool all the time. We'll talk to you soon. Y'all take care out there. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. And we've got more footage coming your way. What? We got more stuff coming your way.